Yes, students. Now we will discuss the questions from ICI material, that is test your knowledge. First, we will do the multiple choice questions. First question. Idle time is the time under which full wages are paid to the workers, no productivity is given by the workers, both A and B, none of the above. Both A and B, guys. Both A and B. Payment is made, but no productivity. Cost of idle time due to non-availability of raw material is charged to overhead cost, charged to respective job, charged to costing profit and loss account, none of the above. Charged to costing profit and loss account. Then the third one, time and motion study is conducted by timekeeping department, personal department, payroll department, engineering department. Engineering department. Fourth one, identify which one of the following does not account for increasing labor productivity. Increasing labor productivity. Okay. Job satisfaction, motivating workers, high labor turnover, proper supervision and control. High labor turnover, guys. Next, coming to fifth question. Labor turnover is measured by number of persons replaced divided by average number of workers. Okay, we will see the other options. Number of persons separated divided by number of workers at the beginning. No, it is average. Okay. Next, number of persons replaced plus number of persons separated whole divided by number of persons at the beginning plus number of persons at the end. By 2 missing. By 2 average. To calculate average, by 2 is missing. See, if you don't know properly or if you don't think properly, you will feel that this is also correct. Yeah, so please be careful. Sir, by 2 is missing. So this is not a right choice. None of the above. So answer is what? A, guys. Number of persons replaced divided by average number of workers. Sir, into 100. Into 100 is not mandatory. If you want to convert it into percentage, you will multiply with 100. If not, you will keep the labor turnover what? In decimals. Okay. Silence. Sixth one. Time booking refers to the method wherein dash of an employee is recorded. Attendance, food expenses, health status, time spent on particular job. Time booking. It is time booking. What it will record? Time spent on particular job, guys. Please be careful. Don't get confused with attendance. Attendance is time keeping. Time keeping, guys. Okay, next. Employee cost includes wages and salaries, allowances and incentives, payment for overtime, all of the above. All of the above. Eighth one. If the time saved is less than 50% of the standard time, then the wages under Rowan and Alsep premium plan on comparison gives. Guys, you cannot just answer this as a theory. You cannot just answer this as a theory. Let us assume some figures and do the calculation. That is how you have to decide. Because how will you know the statement? Clear? So we'll see what is the statement given. If time saved is less than 50% of time to time standard time. So can I tell time taken is more than 50%? Time saved is less than 50%. Means time taken is more than 50%. Yes, sir. Okay, let me work out like this. Guys, assume time allowed. Time allowed is 10 hours. Time taken, let me take it as 8 hours. Just assume figures. More than 50%. So time saved is how much? 2 hours. Is it less than 50%? Yes. Less than 50% of standard time or time allowed. Standard time or time allowed is one and the same. Now let me assume that hourly rate is 1 rupee, guys. For easy calculation, hourly rate is 1 rupee. Now, under row 1 scheme, under row 1 scheme, or its first Alsep plan we will do. Alsep plan. Sir, what is the total wages, sir? Time taken into 1, that is 8 into 1, 8 rupees, plus bonus, time saved is 2 rupees, into 1, sorry, 2 into 1, 2 rupees, into 50% of it, 1. So it is 9. They have asked only bonus or total? Just a minute. Then the wages under, okay, wages means total wages. Okay, because anyway, if it is basic wages, it is same under both. Yeah, yes, sure. Now, this is answer plan. Coming to row 1 plan. Row 1 plan. Just a row 1 plan or scheme. Sir, 8 will remain same. Coming to bonus. Time, guys, do it along with me. Time saved divided by time allowed. That is 2 by 10 into 8. Into 8. How much? Huh? 1.6. So it is coming to 9.6. So earning under row 1 will be more than, I'll say that. I repeat, how did I get 1.6? Time saved, which is 2, divided by time allowed, which is 10, into time taken, 8 into 1. You are getting 1.6 only now? Yes. Chalo. So now under row 1 it is more. Under row 1 it is more, guys. Yeah. More wages to workers under row 1 plan than ALSE plan. A only. Let me read other also. More wages to workers under ALSE plan. No. Equal wages. No. None of the above. Answer is A. Answer is A. Hope you understood. Sir, should I mug up this statement? No. See, if you know the formula, you can quickly assume few figures, roughly calculate and tell. What is that? This kind of questions can be answered like that. Okay. Sir, why did you assume standard time 10, hourly rate 1 and all? Simplified I have gone with. Sir, can I take 100 or 1000 and all? Yes, but that will be little lengthy. Make it easy. Standard time of a job is 60 hours. Guaranteed time rate is 30 paisa per hour. What is the amount of wages under row 1 plan? If job is completed in 48 hours, guys. Time saved is how much? 12 hours. Time allowed is 60. Time taken is 48. So time saved is 12 hours. Okay, sir. Now, as per row 1, they are asking. What is their? They are asking amount of wages. That means total. So time taken is 48 into rupees. Okay. Plus bonus element. Time saved is 12 divided by 60. Time allowed into 48 by, sorry, 48 into 0.3. This is bonus element. Give me the total one, final one. Sorry? Final one, na? 17.28. 17.28, guys. First point is like guaranteed wages or basic wages. This is bonus, guys. This is bonus. Sometimes please be careful, guys, in MCQ. Instead of amount of wages, they may ask only bonus. Clear? Only bonus. So in that case, your answer will be only the second part, not the full part. When they ask wages, so salary, total wages, and all, full amount. Full amount. Any doubts, sir, Nitin? 10th one. Important factors for control of employee cost can be time and motion study, control over idle time and overtime, control over employee turnover, all of the above. All of the above. 11th one. Out of the following methods, attendance is marked by recognizing an employee based on physical and behavioral traits. Punch card attendance method, biometric attendance system, attendance register method, token method, guys. Biometric. Biometric, because physically I have to be there, and also maybe based on my thumb impression, face recognition, or eye retina collection, like that they would have done scanning it. 12th one. If overtime is required for meeting urgent orders, the overtime premium should be charged as what? Respective job, overhead cost, costing P&L account, none of the above. Guys, actually, in my opinion, both are correct. A as well as B. Both are correct. A as well as B. What they have given? 12th one. Check it. 12th suggested answer. A. They have given it as A. Why both? I will tell you. They have given it as respective job. For me, it can be overhead cost also. Clear? Now you will allocate it as overhead cost, and overhead cost also will be allocated to the job. Yes. One or the other way, it will ultimately go to job one. Clear? First, you can consider overtime premium as overhead cost. Then allocate it to job. So ultimately, it will go to the job. Oh, yes, sir. Or else straight away, can I allocate it to the job, sir? Yes. So even in my concept book, you can see urgent orders, right? Yeah. So for meeting urgent orders, sir, what do we treat the overhead premium as? Overhead cost. Clear here, as per ICI suggested answer, they have given it as respective job. Why, sir? Because after as overhead cost of a particular department or cost center. Now, First we will treat overhead premium as a overhead cost of a job. Then ultimately it is a cost of a job only, na? Yes, sir. Clear, na? Yes. So both is correct here. Respective job or overhead cost. Theoretical question, you guys can just go through. Coming to practical problems, guys. Practical problems. Yes. Question number 1 here. Mr. A is working by employing 10 skilled workers. He is considering the introduction of some incentive scheme, either as a scheme with a 50% bonus or Rowan scheme of wages payment for increasing the employee productivity to cope with increased demand for the product by 25%. He feels that if proposed incentive scheme could bring about an average 20% increase over the present earnings of the workers. Whatever they are presently earning, it will increase by 20% itself. Whereas the productivity might increase by 25%, salary or wages will increase by 20%. Okay. It could act as a sufficient incentive for them to produce more, and yes, accordingly given this assurance to the workers. As a result of the assurance, the increase in productivity has been observed as revealed by the following figures for the current month. Hourly rate of wages is 40. Average time for producing one piece by one worker at the previous performance. That is without increasing the productivity or without increasing the incentives or salary. Previously, they were taking 2 hours to produce 1 unit, guys. This may be taken as time allowed. So, what is the time allowed for each and every unit? 2 hours. Number of working days in a month? 25. Number of working hours per day for each worker? 8. Actual production during the month is 1250 units. Okay, guys, to produce 1250 units, how many hours they were supposed to take? 2 into 1250, 2500 hours. Yes, that is like standard hours. But actually, how many hours they have taken? We can calculate. Sir, 8 hours per day into 25 days. How many workers? 10 workers. So actually, how much time they have taken, we will calculate. How much they were supposed to take, we already know. 2500. Okay. Calculate effective rate of earnings per hour under Access scheme and Rowan scheme. Also, next one, calculate the savings to Mr. A in terms of direct labor cost per piece under the schemes. Per piece is per unit. Okay, so let us go to the solution. Actual time taken to produce 1250 pieces, guys. Number of working days in a month is how much? 25. Each day, how many are working hours? 8 hours. And how many workers are working? 10 workers. So totally we have worked for how many hours? 2000 hours to produce 1250 units. But what was the standard time given? What was the standard time given, guys? 2500. Sir, how did you get it? 2 hours for each unit. So totally they have given how much time to complete the job? 2500. But we have completed in how many hours? 2000 hours. Okay, sir. Total time wages of 10 workers per month. Time wages. Okay, how is it, sir? Number of working days in a month, which is 25. Number of working hours per day, which is 8 hours. Into hourly rate is 40. And totally how many workers are there? 10 workers. So based on time, what is the total payment, guys? 80,000. And hourly pay 40 rupees, they only given in the question. You need not worry about it. Okay, sir. 10 workers is given in the first line of the question, guys. Time saved per month is how much? 500 hours. So much calculation they have done. Simple. Sir, 2500 hours is a standard time allowed. How, sir? 2 hours per unit. That is to be taken as standard time. So, how much is the actual production? 1250. So, to produce 1250, how much hours we were supposed to take? 2500. How did we get it? Multiply both 1250 into 2. Okay. But actually, we have taken how many? 2000 hours. 2000 hours. Sir, how did we get to know? We have calculated here. We have calculated here, guys. Okay, sir. So time saved comes to 500 hours. Bonus under Alsay scheme to be paid to 10 workers would be only bonus we are calculating. Sir, time saved into hourly rate into 50% of it, which comes to 10,000. Total wages to be paid to 10 workers are what? Under ALSE plan, 90,000. 80,000 guaranteed wage, hourly rate into our number of hours. Okay, 80,000 which is already calculated. Yeah, even if you calculate, sir, what is the actual hours work? 2,000. 2,000 into 4. Sorry, 40. How much? 80,000. So guaranteed wage, yes, sir. Then bonus how much, sir? 10,000. So total is how much? 90,000. If Mr. A considers the product introduction of ALSE scheme, ALSE incentive scheme to increase the employee productivity, what will be the total payment? 90,000. Sir, what if they consider Rowan scheme? Then time saved divided by time allowed. Okay, ulta palta they have taken. Okay, but you don't do it because it will be confusing. Because time saved and time taken they have interchanged. Clear? So you have to take time saved 500 divided by 2500 into 2000 into 40 into 40. They have just interchange the position, guys. Sir, formula change the? No, 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 no. Same formula, they just interchange the position. Okay, sir. So how much we will get here? 16,000. So what is the total payment? 80 guaranteed plus 16. So 96. If Mr. A considers the introduction of Rowan incentive scheme to increase the employee productivity. Now coming to effective hourly rate of earnings under, I'll say, guys, how much is the total amount? 90. For how many hours? 2000 hours. So it comes to 45. Sir, how did you get 90? This amount, guys. Coming to Rowan scheme, 96,000 divided by 2000 hours, which comes to 48. Which comes to 48. Hourly, what they have asked, hourly earnings, hourly earnings. Even if they ask you from company's point of view, what is the cost per labor hour? Same only. Same itself, guys. Okay. Next coming to saving in terms of direct employee cost per piece under ALSE scheme. Employee cost per piece would be how much? 2 hours. For each and every unit, we will take 2 hours. Correct? Per each hour, what is the payment? 40. So per unit, what is the payment? 80 rupees. Per unit. Per unit, we take 2 hours. Per each hour, what is the payment? 40. So per unit, what is the cost? 80. Employee cost per piece under ALSE scheme would be how much? 90,000 divided by 1,250, which is actual output. Per unit, not per hour. Per unit, it is how much? 72. If you are paying it based on piece, it is 80, whereas as per ALSE scheme, 72. What is the savings? 8 rupees per piece, not per hour, per piece. Okay, per piece means per unit, okay? Then, under Rowan scheme, what is the rate per piece? Total payment 96,000, that is 80,000 plus 16,000 bonus, which comes to 96,000 divided by output 1,250. That will give you rate per unit how much? 76.80. Sir, if I go as per piece rate, it is 80. As per Rowan scheme, 76.80. So what is the savings here? 3.20. 3.20. Hope you guys understood. Especially this 80, how did we get? Guys, question only they have given 2 hours previously, not before introduction of Rowan and ALSE plan. Payment was made based on piece rate. Yes. How much hours was allotted for each and every unit? 2 hours. So for 1 hour, what is the payment? 40. So per unit, what is the cost? 80. Per unit, the cost is 80. This is before introduction of ALSE and Rowan scheme. Okay, sir. Means productivity has increased, and as there is an increase in productivity, you have increased employee salary also. Okay, win-win situation. Correct. Now, ultimately, actually, for the company, it is savings only. Clear? Why, sir? They ended up paying more bonus 10,000, 16,000, but they also got productivity. Na? Productivity also increased. Good. Okay, company actually rewarded the employees for their productivity. Okay, sure. First question. Done. Second question. Wage negotiations are going on with the recognized employees union, and the management wants you as an executive of the company to formulate an incentive scheme with a view to increase the productivity. The case of 3 typical workers A, B and C who produce respectively 180, 120 and 100 units of the company's product in a normal day of 8 hours is taken up for steady. So in a day of 8 hours, they are producing 180, 120, 100 units. Okay. Assuming that day wages would be guaranteed at 75 rupees per hour. In a day, how much working hours? 8 hours. 75 into 8. And the piece rate would be based on standard hourly output of 10 units. Standard hourly output of 10 units. Means in an hour, how many units you are supposed to produce? 10 units as per standard. Calculate the earnings of each of the three workers and the employee cost per 100 pieces, not per unit, 100 pieces. And day wages, piece rate, alpha scheme, row 1 scheme. Under all of this, they are asking earnings of each of the workers and employee cost per 100 pieces. Also calculate under the above schemes the average cost of labor for a company to produce 100 pieces. That is all the workers put together. Average cost for the company is not worker wise. It is all the workers put together for the company as a whole, guys. Okay, come to the solution. First day wages. Guys, what is the hourly pay? 75. 75. How many working hours? 8 hours. How much will you get? 600. 75 rupees per hour. How many hours in a day? Working hours? 8 hours. So day wages. Better you show straight away they have written 600, 600, but you also show how you got. Okay, sir. Now, how many units they are producing each one of them? 180, 120, 100. Now, multiply. Okay, labor cost per 100 pieces they are asking. Listen here. Sir, how much is the labor cost per 100 pieces? Simple. 600 divided by 180 into 100. Guys, it is like this. Just divide. Assume this is A, this is B. So this would be A by B into 100. If you do A by B, you will get per piece how much. But they're asking, they're asking per piece. Per piece. Okay, sir. Not per piece, per 100 piece. So if you just divide it by each other, it is not enough. You should also multiply it with 100, guys. You can cross check. 600 by 180 into 100. You will get 333.33. Likewise, you have to do for B and C. Okay. Now coming to average cost. Guys, all three workers put together. Whatever we have calculated here is worker wise. Worker wise. All the workers put together, what is the cost? 1800. How many units they have produced? 400. So on an average, what is the labor cost per 100 units? 1800 divided by 400 units into 100. This is for the company as a whole. 1800 divided by 400. You will get average cost per unit? Yes. Multiply with 100. Multiply it with 100. 450. 450, guys. Okay. Coming to piece rate system. Piece rate. Sir, what is the total output? 180. What is the piece rate, sir? Guys, listen. 75 is the rate per hour. Hello. 75 is the rate per hour. What is the time given to produce in 1 hour? I guess 10 units. 1 hour. Standard is in 1 hour you are supposed to produce 10 units. So hourly per unit, what is the cost? 7.5. I repeat it. 75 rupees is the rate per hour. In 1 hour, you are supposed to produce how many units? 10 units. So what is the rate per unit? 75 divided by 10. 7.5. Okay, sir. Because it is always good to show how you got it, guys. 7.5. Don't straight away write it. Okay, sir. Now multiply both of this. You will get total wages. Total wages. Now, for 100 pieces they have asked. So simple. 1350 divided by 180 into 100. Same way. 900 divided by 120 into 100. You will get 750. Last one. 750 divided by 100 into 100. It will be 750 only. 750 only. Sir, how did you derive this figure? Just multiplication of actual output and piece rate. Ashte. Got it? Now, average cost as a whole, guys. What is the total payment made to the workers? 3000. For how many units? 400. So if you calculate, divide each other, what do you get? Cost per unit. Average cost per unit. So 3000 divided by 400 into 100. It is 750 on an average. Next coming to ALSE scheme. ALSE scheme. Workers are ABC. Standard output units is 180, 120, 100. Standard time, guys. Come on. 180. For each hour, how many units you are supposed to produce? 10 units. So, for 180, how much time you should have taken? 180 divided by 10, 18 hours. Then for producing 120 units, how many hours you are supposed to take? 120 divided by 10, 12 hours. Then C has produced 100 units. How much time you are supposed to take? 100 units divided by 10, which is 10 hours, standard time. And to produce whatever they have produced, they were supposed to take how much time? 18, 12 and 10 guys. Okay, stop. What is the actual time they have taken? 8. Common. Everyone have worked for 8 hours a day. Okay, na? 8 hours. So what is the time saved? 10, 10, 4, 2. That is, you just have to deduct each other. Just have to deduct each other, guys. Okay. Bonus hours. Coming to bonus hours. Guys, which scheme are we talking about? I'll say. I'll say is what? 50% of time saved is given as bonus? Yes. So whatever is the time saved into 50% you take. 5 to 1. 10 for 2 will become 5 to 1. Multiply with hourly rate. You will get bonus. Okay. Rate per hour is how much? 75, 75, 75. Now coming to total wages. What they have done is time taken they have added with bonus hours, then multiply with 75. Then multiply with 75. That is 8 plus 5 into 75. They just use formula only. Don't get confused. I will repeat. Listen here. Sir, what they have done, sir? Time taken into 75 plus time saved is how much? 10. Into hourly rate is how much? 75. We will get only 50% of this as bonus. Sir, as 75 is common in both the places, what they did was they took 50% of 10 hours. Take 5. Now add 8 and 5 into 70. 8 plus 5 into 75. Clear? Means they have calculated something called as bonus hours. No, sir, I am not comfortable with it. Can I do it in normal way? Yes, that is also fine. Ultimate answers would remain same only, guys. Hope you understood. Clear? Yeah. So total wages is nothing but that actual time taken plus bonus hours into 75, guys. Into 75. Okay, sir. Now this is total. For how many units? 180, 120 and 100. I want to now calculate for 100 units. So 975 divided by 180 into 100. 541.67. Same way, 750 divided by 120 into 100. You will get 625. Then the third one, 675 divided by 100 into 100. It would be 675 only. 675 itself, guys. Now, on an average, on an overall basis for a company, what is the cost per 100 units? 2400 is for 400 units. How much for 100 units? So, 2400 divided by 400 into 100, which comes to 600. Next is Rowan scheme. Rowan scheme. Guys, till here everything is same. Till here everything is same. Time saved is how much? 10 for 2. Here also it was 10 for 2. Yes, some. Now coming to bonus hours. Bonus hours, guys. Bonus hours, how did they calculate? Here only they have given. Time saved divided by standard time into actual time. Then they will do what? They will add bonus hours with actual time taken. Multiply with hourly rate. Hourly rate. No, sir, I am not comfortable. I will do as usual calculation. For example, for bonus, time saved is 10 hours divided by time allowed 18 into time taken 8 into 75 into 75. This is bonus part. Sir, what about basic wages, sir? 8 into 75. 8 into 75. You will get the same number. 933. Cross check. 933. Got it? Got it? Same number. Hello. Same number. Yes. Now listen. Now listen. Sir, again I am telling you. How did they guess this 4.44? Guys, it is nothing but only this part. This part. Okay. 10 by 18 into 8. How much you get? 4.44. Same way here. 4 by 12 into 8. Here it is 2 by 10 into 8. Then they will add up this bonus hours with what? Actual time taken. Then multiply with hourly rate. Then multiply it with hourly rate, guys. Now we have got total wages. We have to calculate it for 100 pieces. Divide this by output into 100. Like 933 by 180 into 100. 800 divided by 120 into 100. Last one. 720 divided by 100 into 100. It remains same. Okay, so got it. So second one done. One more question. Question number 3. The following expenditures were incurred in Aditya Limited for the month of March 2023. Paid for power and fuel 4,80,200. Wages paid to factory workers 8,44,000. Bill paid to job workers 9,66,000. Royalty paid for production 8,400. Fee paid to technician hired for a job 96,000. Administrative overhead 76,000. Commission paid to sales staff, that is who are working in sales department, 1,26,000. You're required to calculate direct expenses for the month, guys. That is other than material labor. Anyway, here material labor nothing is given. So you need to identify which are the other direct expenses and which is indirect. Which is indirect. You are supposed to calculate how much is the direct expenses, guys. Come to the solution. Calculation of direct expenses. Power paid for power and fuel. Is it direct, sir? Yes, this can be treated as direct also, indirect also. Especially indirect, I consider it. Why, sir? They have considered it as direct, nothing wrong. Provided you are incurring power and fuel based on number of units you produce. Normally, sir, I will not be able to tell. See, power consumption is based on how many units you are producing. More the production, more will be the power. But I will not be able to tell for each and every unit how much power I paid. Power bill I paid. So, in my opinion, it should be considered as overhead or indirect. Sir, can I consider it as direct? Yes, it will vary, variable. No doubt it is variable. But for me, somewhere it is not direct. Somewhere it is not direct. Why, sir? Because direct expense is something which I can tell for each and every unit how much did I incur. Power and fuel, sir, exactly can I calculate unit wise? No, guys. See, if your meter is like that, you have fixed a meter where you will get to know for each and every unit I produce how much power I consume, what is my power bill, then you can follow it. Then it can be direct. But I don't think many companies will have like that. Clear? So you can treat it as indirect also. Clear? But when the question is on classification, assume direct expenses for this chapter, consider it as direct. This is as per ICI suggested. Clear? We cannot go against it. Better to. But when we go forward and all, guys, even under indirect, even under overheads, we get something called as power and fuel and all. Actually, power and fuel is indirect. Clear? Yes. But here, only for this, as they have considered it, assume by chance similar question is asked in the exam, then you can consider power and fuel. Or else you can consider as indirect and give a note. Give a note. As it is not directly attributable to the units produced, it is considered as overhead. Fine. Bill paid to job workers, yes, as it is for a particular job. Then royalty paid for production, I told you, we will normally get units price. Then fee paid to technician, direct expenses. Okay, total direct expenses is 15 lakh 50,600. Notes, wages paid to factory workers is a direct employee cost. Administrative overhead is a indirect expense. And wages paid to factory workers we have not taken here because it is direct employee cost, not other direct expenses. Is it direct? Yes, but direct what? Employee cost, not other direct expenses. Commission paid to sales staff comes under what? Selling overhead, guys. Selling overhead. Yes. This is about the descriptive question, guys. Yeah, now we'll go through case scenario. The board of J Limited has been apprised by general manager, that is HR, that the employee attrition rate in the company has increased. Employee attrition rate is nothing but labor turnover, guys. The following facts has been presented by GM, that is general manager, HR. Training period of new recruits is 50,000 hours. During this period, their productivity is only 60% of experienced worker. So can I tell 40% is ineffective, unproductive? Yes, sir. The following facts has been presented by GM, HR. Okay, why did I read it again? Chalo. Distraction. Time required by an experienced worker is 10 hours per unit. To produce each and every unit, how much time experienced workers will take? 10 hours. Okay. Second one. 20% of the output during the training period was defective. Okay, listen here. 60% is effective, remaining 40% is unproductive. And in that time, whatever they are manufacturing, out of that, 20% is defective. Cost of rectification of defective unit is 25 rupees. Potential production hours lost due to delay in recruitment were 1 lakh hours. Selling price per unit is 180 and PV ratio is 20%. Settlement cost of workers leaving the organization was 1 lakh 83 480. Recruitment cost was 1 lakh 56 340. Training cost was 1 lakh 13,000 180. You are being an associate finance to GM, that is general manager HR, has been asked the following questions. How much quantity of output is lost due to labor turnover? Due to labor turnover, how much quantity of output is lost, guys? See, for that they have given some input. First of all, how much hours has been spent on training? 50. In that, how much is unproductive? 40. Okay. Then coming to what are the productive hours lost due to labor turnover? 1 lakh. And please be careful. 1 lakh is over and above this. 1 lakh is separate. Over and above that, 50,000 into 40% also is there. Okay, sir. Then, what is the time required to produce each and every unit? 10 hours. So, using this, we have to calculate what is the output we have lost, guys. Okay. Let me just see what all they have asked so that I can straight away go to the solution later. How much loss is in the form of contribution the company incurred due to labor turnover? Only loss of contribution they have asked. Okay. What is the cost of repairing the defective items? They have asked. Okay. How many units are there? Okay. 20% of the output. Okay, fine. We will see that. 20% of the output is defective, for which 25 rupees is the cost of rectifying it. Calculate the profit lost by the company due to increased labor turnover. Guys, here they have asked loss of contribution. Here they have asked profit lost. Okay. Then the last one. How much quantity of output is lost due to inexperience of new worker? First one was how much quantity of output is lost due to total labor turnover. But this is due to inexperience of new workers. That is during the training period, some damage has happened. That they are asking about it. Okay, so sure. Come to the answer. Solution. Output by experienced worker in 50,000 hours. How much they would have produced, guys? 10 hours for each unit. So, in 50,000 hours, if there was experienced worker, how much they would have produced? 5,000 units. But only 60% is the productivity during this time? Yes. So, how much they would have produced? Only 3,000. This is because due to new workers. And new workers is due to what? Labor turnover. So, there is a loss of output of how much? 2,000 units during training period. During training period. Correct? Because during training period, they work for 50,000 hours. but productivity is only 60%. Remaining 40% gone. Yes. In that 40% also, if they were productive, they would have produced how many units? 2000 units. But have they produced? No, sir. Okay. Total loss of output will be how much? Due to delay recruitment inexperience. Sorry, due to delay in recruitment plus due to inexperience. Guys, this 10,000 how did we get? They are not shown, but you can show. 1 lakh is the potential labor hours lost divided by 10 hours. Divided by 10 hours. So totally it comes to 12,000 units. Hope you understood. I will show you. I will show you. Listen here. Some faces are confused. Sir, what is going on, sir? Listen. Sir, this 50,000 hours. In 50,000 hours, how much is unproductive? 40%. So let me calculate here. 50,000 into 40%. 20,000. Correct? Yes, sir. 20,000 hours is unproductive. In that, how many units I would have produced if it was productive? Divided by 10, because for each and every unit how many hours you are supposed to take? Experienced workers 10 hours, so divided by 10. So due to inexperience of the new worker, how much is lost? 2000 units. Then 1 more lakh is lost due to labor turnover. Yes, sir. Now in this 1 lakh, how many units we would have produced? Divided by 10. How many units? 10,000. So totally how much is lost? 12,000. There is one more question later they asked. Due to inexperience, how much is lost? What is the answer? Only 2,000. For the first sub question, it is 12,000. Clear? Yes. So for this, it is 12,000. I guess one more question is there. That also we will answer now only. How much quantity of output is lost due to inexperience of new workers? How much is that? 2,000. Answered both. Answered both, guys. Oh, chalo. Yeah, contribution per unit, guys. How much? 180 is the sale value. So 20% is the PV ratio. How much is the contribution per unit? 36. Now total contribution lost is how much? 12,000 units into 36. 12,000 units into 36, which comes to 4,32,000. Then they have also asked, the third one we will keep it older. They have also asked loss of profit. Loss of profit. Take loss of contribution plus add all the additional cost. Cost of repairing the defective units is how much, guys? 15,000. Now, how am I calculating it? I am showing it here. Cost of repairing defective units. Guys, during training period, how many units are produced? 3,000. In that, how much is defective? 20%. 20%. So, how much is defective? Is 3,000 into 20%. 600. And to correct this or to rectify this, for each unit we are incurring 25 rupees, which comes to 15,000. Got now? Got right? Yes. Is it an additional cost due to labor turnover? Yes. If my experienced worker would have been there, this defective will not happen. Clear? This defect is happening because of labor turnover. New workers are not having experience. They are doing some mistakes here and there. Okay. Okay, then recruitment cost, training cost, settlement cost, they only given in the question directly. You can just have a look into it. Just add up here. Just add up here, guys. So what is the total profit foregone? 9 lakh. 9 lakh, guys. Okay. Please be careful. Contribution foregone is asked separately. Profit foregone is asked separately. Output by experienced workers. Okay, this anyway I have explained. But again, see, already they have done here. Again, they are explaining. Okay. Anyway, in the exam and all, you need not spend too much time. As early as possible, calculate and give it. Clear? Yes. Output by experienced workers is 50,000 hours. How much they would have produced? 5,000. In that, productive is only 3,000. Remaining is lost. 40%. 40%. Or else instead of doing the units, as I showed, straight away you can do with hours only. So 50,000 hours is total. In that, how much is unproductive? 40%. You get 20,000 hours. In 20,000 hours, how many units I would have produced? 2,000. 2,000. That is the answer. That is the answer. Guys, see, I will teach you a technique for this kind of multiple choice question, case scenarios. Okay, not only for this chapter, for any chapter. Sir, how will I follow this? How will I follow? See, however, we can do this kind of questions. I will just tell you 2-3 ways. Listen. First, you will read all the story. You will read all the story. Then, read one question, solve it. Second question, solve it. Third question, solve it. Fourth question, solve it. Fifth question, solve it. Like that individually. Clear? This is one way. But I don't suggest it because it might be time taking. I will give you other options also. Next is, you will read full story. You will read full story, case what is given. Then, read all the requirement first. All the requirement first. Then you start solving. Because in that process, in one shot only you can get 2-3 also sometimes. Clear? Or else, when you know what and all is asked, in your working, taka 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 calculation, you can keep all those things in mind and do the calculation. Clear? Yes. And for MCQ, you need not prove what is your answer. You need not prove your answer. One more technique, the last techniques. This is what I normally suggest when the question is very lengthy. Question is lengthy, especially case scenario, story will be little lengthy only, guys. So when that is the scenario, what you do is don't read the story first. Go and read what is the requirement. What is the requirement? Then come and read the story. So that when you are already reading the story, you know what you are supposed to do. Clear? As and when you read all this, your mind will already be running. What should I do with this? What should I do with this? Hope you guys understood. I repeat this last technique. First go read what they have asked. Okay, this is only by way of practice later you will do. Clear? May not start with today only, but by the time you go to the exam, maybe you can practice this technique. If it is working out to you, you can implement it. Illa sir, I want to read the case only first and then questions. Okay, nothing wrong. Clear? So what is this? I am suggesting. I will read. I will tell you again. Again, first you will read the requirement cards. Then you will go and read the story. Clear? Once you read the story, again, before answering, you will read it once again and start answering. Mark the right answers. Is that clear? Means by doing this, what happens is, sir, I already know what I am supposed to calculate. When I am reading the case, I know what I am supposed to do with each of the things given in the question. Clear? Yes. And few things you can just do it in the calculator. No working also. Tuck, tuck, tuck. That's all. Choose the answer. And while choosing the multiple choice answers, guys, don't immediately decide your answer after reading first or second option only. Please read all the options. Only then you decide. Because for few answers, you will feel like after reading first one is correct and that. But please make sure that you read all four options. Only then decide what to mark. Only then decide what to mark, because sometimes all options looks like correct only. Sir, all options looks like correct. So after reading all that, you have to choose whichever is most suitable, most appropriate. Okay na? Got it na? Yes. Yeah. So whichever way you are comfortable with, you can follow. Because I don't tell you how to follow this way only, because different student will be comfortable in different way, guys. I have told you what all way. You also can try it out. Okay, same questions you go and try it out in a different way. One chapter you try to solve in one way, second chapter you try to solve in another way. You see where you are feeling more comfortable. Okay, where you are consuming less time. You follow that in the exam. Okay, don't try and go and try in the exam straight away. Okay, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು sir, I wasted 10 minutes in this only, sir. Again, I started reading the question. Clear? Don't do trial and error in the exam hall. Do it now itself in your preparation. Or maybe once you cover all the chapters, you will be solving number of questions now. Then you can do this also. Okay, for few questions you can try out in one way, and another few questions you can try it on another way. You check where you are feeling more comfortable, where you are taking less time. Go with it. Go with it, guys. Is that clear? Yes. Even for taxation also, I suggest the same way. Because when there is a case scenario question asked, okay, you will take so much time to read and understand what is given. Then you will go and read what is asked. Clear? So what I suggest is first go and read what is requirement. Clear? For example, compute total income, compute deductions under chapter 6A, compute tax liability. They have asked. Okay, just one liner. Normally the question will be one liner only. Clear? One liner or maximum two liner. You will read. Now come and read the story. Okay, and when you are reading the story or case, you straight away you will be able to connect. Straight away you will be able to connect. Even guys, listen. Even for like costing and all, or even taxation, descriptive type, not MCQ type. I am now not talking about case scenario. Now I am talking about the descriptive type. Sometimes, especially in total income calculations and all, that is in tax, the question will be too lengthy, and adjustments will be there. First, you read what you are supposed to calculate. Especially, sir, assume total income under default regime they have asked. Most of the things will be irrelevant there. Some stories about deductions and all will be given, which is irrelevant. Correct. Yes. So before reading so lengthy question, go and read that requirement. Clear. Then come and read what all data is given in the question box. Clear. So that you will be able to decide then and there itself. Okay, what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? Adjustments in my answer. Clear. Costing and also lengthy question I have not seen till now. Clear. Okay, average lengthy we have seen. If it is too lengthy, can I do the same thing even in costing, sir? Yes. Read the requirement. Normally it will be given in the last 1 or 2 lines. Clear. Read it and then go and read the data given in the question. Yes, guys. So this is all about this chapter.